Okay, good morning. Let us start. Yesterday, I explained about the four controls. In that, I explained the selection statements. I explained statements. Selection statements. In that, I explained if condition, if else. And before that, we have created the account for other platforms. I have tried. Anyone has any difficulty? Please let me know. I will explain the creation of accounts again. If anyone has tried and failed to create the accounts, everyone should have the accounts in all these platforms: Build IT, CodeChef, HackerRank, Grits for Geeks, Spotch, and Code Forces. And try to solve problems in these platforms also to improve your coding skills. If anyone has faced any problem not able to create accounts in this platforms, let me know. I will explain again. Only CodeChef platform is difficult to create account. All other platforms are easy to create the accounts. Simple fields. Okay, try to create the accounts in all these platforms and log into these platforms and try to solve the problems to improve your coding skills. Okay, let us start our topic, flow control. In that we are started the yesterday we started the selection statements. In that I explained if else, if elif, else. Okay, these selection statements are used to execute these selection statements are used to select the one of the statement among the multiple statements. Based on our condition. If condition, if the if condition is, we have to write the condition here. If the condition is satisfied, then the if block will be executed. In if else part, if condition is satisfied, if block will be executed. Otherwise, else part will be executed. In if else, these are condition check condition will be checked in sequential order. First, if condition will be checked. After that, below elif condition is checked. If the below elif condition is not satisfied, then under that below elif condition is checked. One by one in sequence order will be checked. If any one condition is satisfied, below if condition will not be checked. Okay, if any condition, if elif not satisfied, then at end of the else part will be executed. Else condition is optional. You can write the else condition, else block, or you can omit the else block. That is your wish. Based on our program requirement, we can write the else block or you can omit the else block. Then and nested if else means in if block we can write the simply if condition we can write, or if you required you can write the if else condition you can write. In else part also, if you want, you can write the only simple if condition, or you can write the if else condition as per your program requirement. nesting is possible. And means writing inside the if condition or else block, you can include the if else. Okay. Then if I want to elif if condition I'm writing here some statement. Okay, then I'm writing the elif condition. Then below that I'm writing the some statements. Then elif condition. Below I'm writing the some statements. Then elif condition. This I want to write this same if condition statement if condition statement if condition statement if condition I want to replace the elif with if. Can we write this? Okay, then what is the difference between if elif and if? Can we replace elif with if? Then what is the difference? The main difference is in if elif, if we write the if condition, then below elif, then below elif, if first condition is if condition is checked, if this condition is satisfied, under the if block statements will be executed. Then below elif conditions will not be checked. If the if condition is not satisfied, then below elif condition is checked. If the elif condition is satisfied, then below elif condition will not be checked. If the next elif condition also not satisfied, then below elif condition will be checked. If the then third elif condition is satisfied, then fourth elif condition will not be checked. Program will be control transfer to out of the elif condition. Whereas in this, first if condition will be checked. State if the if condition is satisfied, statement 1 will be executed. Then also if the condition is satisfied and executed, then also next if condition will be also checked. Then it is if the condition is satisfied, then also third condition will be if condition will be checked. If the condition is satisfied, then also if condition fourth if condition will be checked. In this case, all the ifs are if condition will be checked in sequential order up to end. In this, if any if condition is if elif condition is satisfied, below under that below if elif conditions will not be checked. Let us try to execute like that program once. I want to write name. Sorry. Okay. N is equal to enter. I want to write a program. To check whether the given number is even or odd. But this simple program we want to write if elif how we check how the behavior will be program behavior. If n modulus of 2 equal to 0, I want to write the same condition in all the if elif. Elif n modulus of 2 equal to 0. Here otherwise let us enter the number and okay. Second, if elif. First elif. Elif. N modulus of 2 equal to 0. Print even from second elif. Try to execute. Enter the name. I want to enter 4. Even from if. Again I'm trying. This time I'm entering 8. We did get the message from the elif because first if condition is only satisfied, remaining elif conditions will not be checked, even though the condition will be satisfied if we checked, we get checked. If we check the elif condition, that condition also will be satisfied if the program will check in sequential order. But if first if condition is satisfied, we get under the if block will be executed, then control will transfer to end of the program. Below elif conditions will not be checked. Suppose I want to write not equal to here, then I will get the first if condition will be not satisfied, that will not be executed. Then below elif condition will be checked. I will get the message that even from first elif. Even from first elif. In second also, I want to make it as the not equal to. Then first if condition will be checked. It is not satisfied. then next elif condition will be checked. It is not satisfied, and below elif condition will be checked. The even from second elif we have to get. Okay. This is the behavior of the if elif elif. Whereas if want to replace the statements with only if, how the all the if conditions will be checked in sequential order. Even though first is satisfied, then below to elif condition, sorry, if condition will be checked. If the second if condition is satisfied, even though third if condition will be checked. I want to, okay, I want to write this program with only if here I want to replace with if condition, if condition, sorry, what happened? If in this case, first if condition is checked, we get the message that condition is satisfied, then we get the message even from if. Next, if condition also checked, then that condition also satisfied. Below that, even from first elif, second first if, second if. Okay. First if condition is satisfied, we get the message even from first, even from if, first if, second, third. Okay, program will be checked in sequential order. First if condition is satisfied, even though below if condition will be checked, and those if blocks will be executed if the satisfied. All the if condition will be checked in sequential order. If we enter any even number, we get the even from first if, even from second if, even from third if. I will enter 8. Okay, even from first if, even from second if, even from third if. Okay, that is the difference between if elif and if we can replace the elif. If we replace, this is the behavior of the if elif and if. Okay, anyone has any doubts? Okay. And selection statements in that if condition, if else, and if elif, and indentation. What the indentation? Indentation specifies the statements belongs to if block or else block. With the help of indentation, we specify. If don't follow indentation, we get the indentation error. Indentation is nothing but giving the some space to indicate that this statement is under the block or else block. We are specifying by giving the some space, because in Python we don't have the any curly braces to specify the block. With the indentation only, we specify the blocks. If block, else block, while block, all the blocks we indicate with the help of indentation. Next, I want to explain the iterative statements. Iterative statements. Iterative statements. In Python, we have for and while. These are the iterative statements. These statements are used to execute some statements repeatedly. In the program, you want to execute some statements repeatedly. In that case, we use these flow control statements, iterative statements for and while. And first, let us see for. For is mainly used to perform the some operation on the sequence. For is mainly used to perform some activity on the sequence. Means for x in sequence. Here the sequence can be list, tuple, or string, range, for x in sequence. And the sequence can be list, tuple, set, string, range. These all collections, list, tuple, set. Okay. Okay. First, you will see the strings. With for. I want to read a one string. I want to display the each character from the string. Okay. How do we write a program to with the help of for. Okay. Name equal to Rajesh. I want to print character. First character I want to print. Next, second character, third character, fourth character, fifth character, sixth one. I want to access the each character and I want to print it. For that, we can use the for loop. How we use that? For x in name, we have to use the colon here. Print of x. First iteration, x contains the R character. Next iteration, x contains the A. In third iteration, x contains the J. In third iteration, J. In fourth iteration, x contains the E. In fifth iteration, x contains the S. Sixth iteration, x contains the H. This loop will be repeated until all the characters will be printed. Okay. RAJESH. This is the for. We can use the for to with access the each character from the string. Okay. Suppose how many times this loop is iterating. I want to check. We can use them on variable and initialize that it to I. We can print that number of times. Suppose I want to take one variable I is called 0. Print otherwise we can here only position of first character is and the character is a comma x. Okay. Position of first character. First is position of character is and character is okay. Is a character. Next we can use with the list. Suppose if you want the name should be dynamically you want to enter. In that case, you can add, you can read from the keyword by giving the name. Name is equal to input enter the name. Suresh, Suresh. Just Suresh. If you run again, you can give the another name. This time Mohan. Dynamically, we are giving the names. If we write the name itself in the program, that is the static. Every time program will display the same output. Dynamically want to change the outputs, in that case we can use this, we can read the input from the keyboard. Okay, next let us see the how to print the list by using the for L is equal to five, 4, 3, 7, 8, 9. Two, 1. I want to print this list one by one with the help of for X in list name L colon print print of x. Okay, all the in first iteration 5 will be x value as the value 5. Next iteration x value contains the 4. In third iteration x value contains 3. In fourth iteration x value contains 7. In fifth x value contains 8, 9, 2, 1 up to all the list completion. Up to list completion, this loop will be executed. Loop iteration depends on the number of items in the list. If it is the list contains 10 items, in that case loop will be executed 10 times. If list contains only 5 elements, in that case loop will be executed only 5 times. Okay, you can perform the sum operation on the list item by accessing. I am accessing simply accessing printing and accessing the list elements and printing. You can perform some actions operation like that. I want to multiply each element into. Okay, I am accessing the each element and then perform the multiplication by 2. Suppose in that by accessing each element, in that I want to print only even numbers. In the list I want to print only even numbers. In that, how can we use this? How can perform the operation here? How can we modify the condition is? Here we have to write if x modulus of 2 equal to 0, we have to write the print statement inside the if, because if the condition is satisfied on only I want to print that elements, otherwise I don't want to print. So we have to write that print statement inside the if. To write this program, we have to know the for loop and if condition. If you have knowledge about the if condition, we can write if. Here, if you write the print statement outside, all the elements will be printed. I don't want that. I want to print only even numbers from the list. So first we have to check with the help of if condition. Then if the condition is satisfied, then only I want to print that element. Print here x. Okay, in the list we have only 4, 8, 2. If I want to print only odd numbers, simply we have to change the condition not equal to. We get the only odd numbers. Up to now, any doubts? Okay, I explain a string list tuple. Let us see. Can we access the tuple? X. Okay. List and tuple also we can access with the help of for loop, and same we can perform if you want to print only if elements, only even elements in the tuple. We have to write the if condition in for loop. Under that we have to write the print statement, not the outside of the if condition. X modulus of 2 equal to 0. Print of X. Okay. For odd, simply not equal to. For set, we access the set list tuple set. We can access the elements list tuple set, and we can perform the operations on the elements if x modulus of 2 equal to 0. Print the x. Okay, if you want odd, simply change the condition. Okay, list we can use with for set, we can use tuple, we can use, and dictionary
సార్ మోహన్ కి ఇన్వర్టెడ్ కామర్స్ పెట్టలేదు.
ఓకే సారీ. Here accessing only key. Access. Allow X. Here X. If you use L is not defined. So consider only. Instead of okay. I will check this again. Later I will. Anyway, we are accessing the key elements. We have to. I'm trying to print the names also. Can use list string range. We can access the list elements, tuple, set, and dictionary also. I will check and inform that also. Key and elements also we should access. Single list, set, tuple, dict also have. Next we have to use the range. In range, we have three forms. Range of, if you use the for loop with range, we have three forms. Range simply n, range simply n comma n, range n comma m comma I. In first form, it will consider 0 to n minus 1. Suppose we have given the n is 10, 0 to 9 will it will consider. In second, it takes the starting. N is the starting value, m is ending value. Suppose we are given the n value 10, it will consider 10 to m minus 1 values it will consider. In third form, n is the starting value, m is the ending value, m minus 1 is the ending value, I is the increment value. Here we can specify the increment value. N is starting. Suppose n we have given 10, 10 to it will consider, m we have given some 20, it will consider up to 19 only. M minus 1 it will consider. then I is the increment value. Increment value. We can specify minus also. Let us see that statement. For I in range of n n is equal to int of input enter the number.
Sorry, input I capital one.
The number suppose I am taking the 10 year. It will print 0 to 9. Okay. It will consider up to n minus 1. Suppose I am giving the 20. Up to 0 to 9, it will print 0 to 19. Okay. Okay. Here I want to take the starting number and ending number. I want to take starting number 10. 10 to I want to print up to 20. 20 means I have to give 21. Okay. Ending will consider n minus 1. We have to print 20. We have to consider 21. And here I can specify the increment. I want to print 10, 12, and each time I want to increment 1. By default, it is incrementing 1. I want to increment 2. Okay. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, it is printing. By default, the increment value is 1. We can specify the increment value. And we can, by default, starting value is 0. Suppose with the help of for loop, I want to print a 0 to 20. How many are even? I want to print all the even numbers. Without checking the if loop, we can write this with the increment operator. In comma in comma already it is printing the even numbers only. Increment 2, it prints the even numbers. Starting one is 1, ending is 21. Then 2, it prints the odd numbers. First it prints the 1, next it will incremented by 2, 3, next it prints the 5, next it prints the 7. We can print the even numbers, odd numbers with the increment. Here up to 20 we are printing the all odd numbers. Suppose I want to print only even numbers, starting value is 0, then we get the all the odd even numbers. This is the for loop. Then while we use, we don't know how many times the loop will be repeated. It depends on the condition. Whenever the loop repetition is, we don't know. If it is depends on some condition, in that case we use the while loop. While syntax is while condition colon statements. We can write the statement 1 on n number of statements also here. Number of statements. You have to follow the indentation. For while, if, or if else, if elif, all we should follow the indentation to specify the blocks. If we use the space only, the statements becomes the under the while loop. Otherwise, the statements will be outside of the while loop. Let us write the simply printing the natural numbers 1 to 10 with the help of while loop. I is equal to 1. File I less than equal to 10. printing. I'm printing 1 to 10. Sorry, I'm not incrementing. That's why this is called the infinite loop. This is called infinite loop. This, if I giving the I value is 1, I less than or equal to 1, and I'm executing. This loop will not end continuously. It will be executed hours and hours. This is called the infinite loop. You shouldn't try the infinite loop. You have to take utmost care to avoid the infinite loop. When will this condition fail? If the condition is fail also, loop will come out. This will not come out in any case because I value always 1 less than equal to 10. It repeatedly executes the print statements. Okay. If I don't try this increment operation, loop will become the infinite loop. The continuously it will execute the hours and hours. Here in this also I want to print the, suppose I want to take the individual. Here I am hard coding the 10 value. I want to take the n as a from user. We can read that value from the user. N is equal to int of input. Enter the up to which number you want, you can give. If you want print 1 to 10, we can give the n value as 10. If you want to print up to 50, we can give the n value as 50. By reading the user input, we can print up to 10 or up to 20, up to 50, up to 100. Whatever the user has given the input, based on that, we can print up to 10 or 20 in number. If I give 10, it will print up to 1 to 10. Here, the 10 value is here substituted in this while condition. The loop will be ended up to after 10, loop will be ended. Okay, if I give the n value is 25, up to 25 will be printed. This is a while loop. Let us write the table. Write a program to print table. Suppose user has given the n value equal to 2, you have to print 2 into 1 equal to 2. 2 into 2 equal to 4. Like that we have to print. If inval is user has given 4, we have to print 4 into 1 equal to 4. 4 into 2 equal to 8, we have to print. Here you can observe, here 2 is in value. Here 2 is in value, user has given. Here 4 is in value. Here 4 is in value, user has given. This we have to take the increment value in while loop. This 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 4. In while loop, we have to take this increment value. Then we have to multiply the given n value into I. We get the multiplication value. Suppose in this case, here 2 is the user given value n. Here in while loop, we have to take I value. Then we have to increment each time, and we have to this is the multiplication value n into I. We get the result. If the user is given 2, we have to take the increment value. First time I is equal to 1, n into I is equal to 1. We get the 2 result is 2. Next time we have to increment I value 2. If you increment 1 to 2, 2 into 2, we get the multiplication value 4. Here also n value we have to take 4. We have to every time we have to increment the I value. First time we have to do 4 into I, 4. Next time 4 into I. We have to increment the I value. Then we get the multiplication value 8. Enter the n value for required table. If the user has given 2, we have to print the 2 table. If the user has given 5, we have to print the 5 table. Okay. While I less than equal to 10. I'm printing only up to 10. 1 to 2, 1, 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 10, 20. I want to print only up to 1 to 10 only. If you want, we can specify 20. If you want to 1 to 20, if you want, you can specify. If you want only up to 10, that's why I'm giving the I value 10, up to 10 only. I'm initializing I value equal to 1. Print of. First, I have to print the table. If you are printing 2 table, 2 into 2. If you are printing 4th table, 4 into 1. That is the n value. First is n value. Next, comma. This is the symbol, right? This is the symbol we want to print. Then here is the I value. Then again here is the symbol. Here next, I want to display the symbol. star. Next, I want to print the I value. Here, is the first is the in value, next is the I value. Next again symbol. Next I value, comma. Again I want to print the symbol equal to symbol. Here first is the in value, next symbol, next I value, next symbol. Next we have the print the multiplication value. How we get the two value here? We have to multiply the n into I. Next time we have to multiply n into I again by incrementing the I value. In third time also I have to increment the I value and get the multiplication value. Here n into I. Every time we have to increment the I value. I is equal to I plus 1. Okay. This is the multiplication table. Syntax, invalid syntax. Why? Here I have listed. Okay. 2, 1, 2. Suppose if I change yet 10 to I am printing only up to 10. If I change it to 20, can we get the up to 20? Okay. Can I change it to 30? Up to we are getting 30. If you want whatever value we give, up to that we get the multiplication. Up to 50. Here what happened? Okay. 2 into 32 is printed in the same line. Okay. If I enter n value as 5, then fifth table will be printed. This is the n is the table. Which table you want? If you want fourth table, enter the n value 4. The table you will get. Okay. In other language, we have I plus plus. This is the increment operator. This will not work in this Python. We get the syntax error. I is equal to I plus 1, or I can use I plus 1. Sorry, I plus equal to. This meaning is I plus equal to 1 means I is equal to I plus 1 only. If I use I minus equal to 1 means I equal to I minus 1. That is the meaning. It is equal to I equal to I plus 1. This is the meaning. Yes. Up to now, any doubts? I will tell dictionary after that. Up to now, any doubts? Up to now, any doubts? Please respond.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. I explained selection statements and iterative statements. Let us see transfer statements. In this we have break and continue. Break and continue. Transfer statements is that break and continue. These both we can use within the loop only. We have to use these break and continue within the loop only. Outside of loop, we can't use this break and continue transfer statements. Suppose, let us say break. Suppose we are executing the loop. In the middle, I want to break the loop based on some condition. In that case, we use the loop. In previously, I've written the loop. I want to print the 1 to 10. In that, I can write the one condition. If the condition satisfied in the middle only, the loop will be breaked and means stopped and control is come out of the loop. We can use the break statement in that case. We have to write the condition with the help of if statement. I will show one example. I is equal to 1 while I less than equal to 25. Print I. This program will print 1 to 25. Sorry, I am not incremental I value. That's why printing repeatedly. This is the infinite loop. Okay, up to 25, I am getting the output. 1 to I am printing the 25. So I specify 50, you will get 1 to 50. I want to, in the middle, after reaching 25, I want to break the loop. I want to print, I want to keep it as it is, but after printing 25, the condition is I value is 25. I want to break the loop. It print, I want to print up to only 24. So up to 25, I want to print. After that, I want to come out of the loop. If the I value becomes the 25. I can write the if condition here is I equal to 25. Break. Out of loop. It prints up to 1 to 25. When the I value becomes 25, here I'm checking the I value. Each time it will check the I value, but when the I value equal to 25, the condition is satisfied. Then inside the if block, break I have written. Due to the break, the controls come out of the while loop. Here 1 to 25, it cursor came out of the while loop. If I don't write this, I'm commenting these 2 lines. Then the behavior is it went up to 50. It is printing, then going out of the loop after completion of 50. In the middle, we want to break the loop based on some condition. We can write this. When the I value becomes 25, we are breaking the loop. It is printing up to 25 only. After the 25, control is transferred to out of the loop. We are breaking the loop. If I specify here I value is 10, it prints 1 to 10 only. After that I value becomes 10, it comes out of the while loop. We are breaking the loop. Okay, is the break statement. But continue is with the help of a continue statement, we can keep one of statements execution and continue the remaining statements. Means based on condition, we can skip the execution of the iteration, not this sorry statements. Particular iteration, we can skip the iteration. We can continue the remaining iterations. Here, suppose I don't want to print the, when the I value is 10, I want to print 1 to 50, but I don't want to print the 10. When the I value is print, I value is 10, I don't want to print that one. Okay. When the I value becomes 1, control here comes, it checks the I value is 10, then the remaining below statements will not be okay. Why I'm not getting one? First only I'm incrementing. Here I'm skipping the 10th. When the I value becomes 10, I'm not printing. The control will not come here. It goes from here, it goes to upper only. It will not come to down. To skip the particular iterative statements, in that case, we use the continue. Here, what is happening? After 9, when I value becomes 10, the control is not coming to here. The controls goes to up, and I am not incrementing the I value. Again, it is checking the I value 10. Again, going up. Again, I'm checking the, when I value is 10, I is equal 10, I'm condition is satisfied. Control is going top. Again, here I'm not writing the increment value. So again, control comes to here. Again, it checking the if condition. Again, it is satisfied. Again, going to up. That's why I'm written the increment value I is equal to I1 here. It is repeatedly waiting here only, because if I write the I is equal to I plus 1, I'm not incrementing I value. If I am writing I is equal to I plus 1, the controls, when I value becomes 10, control, this if condition is satisfied, then control goes to again up to check the while condition. While condition is satisfied. Again, control comes to if condition. Again, it checks. Again, satisfied. It is repeatedly moving forward and checking the while loop. While loop, if it is repeatedly in waiting state only. We have to write the, we have to increment the I value here. Then only if condition will not be satisfied, then control will come to down. Okay. We have the program. Write a program. To display all numbers from 1 to n except which is divisible by divisible by 5 and 7. How to write this program? With the help of continuous statements, we can write this statement. I want to print 1 to n numbers, but the numbers which is divisible by 5, I don't want to print. Again, the input number file I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n, print of I is equal to I plus 1. In this case, it prints all the numbers from 1 to n. If you give the number 10, it prints up to 10. If you give the number 20, it prints up to 20. 20. It is printing the up to 20. I don't want to print the divisible by 5 or 7. Where we have to write the print, we have to consider that also. If we are writing the print before the if, there is a no use. That print statement will be executed without suppose I'm entering 20. I'm missing 5. 10 also I'm missing. 14 also I'm missing. 20 also I'm missing. Suppose if I am writing a print statement here, no use. I'm checking the here if condition continue control coming to here and going upside. We are given the print statement in upper. If write the print statement below only, that iterative statement will be skipped. Printing of that iterative statement will be skipped. If write the above the continue statement, above the if condition, there is no use. You write below if condition, that iteration will be skipped. Okay. Here 10 will be missed, 20 will be missed, 7 will be missed, 14 will be missed. Divisible by 5 and 7. If you want divisible by 2 and 4 and operation, can we get 20. Here 20 is missing. 2 and 4 divisible by 20. Okay. And 4 also. Here 4 also missing because that is divisible by 2 and 4. This and when satisfied both condition, that print statement is missing. Here 4 is missing and 20 is missing. Divisible by, in before I have written the R. Divisible by this R. Divisible by 5 or 7. This is the program for divisible by AND operation. Both. Here 20 is missing, 4 is missing. Up to now, any doubts? The programs can be solved by the while loop, for loop. I will give a list. You can try to solve these programs. Write a program to count number of digits. Digits of given number. Write a program to count the number of digits of a given number. Write a program to reverse the given number. Write a program to print sum of n natural numbers. Any doubts? Write a program to find the even numbers in between 1 to 100 Write a program to find the odd numbers in between 1 to 100. Write a program to find whether the given number is prime or not. Okay. You can write a program to check whether the given number is palindrome or not. Palindrome means if we reverse the number, it should be same with the given number. If you able to write the program for the second program to reverse the given number, then we have to read the number and reverse it. We have to compare with the given number. If the both are same, we can print palindrome. Otherwise, we need to print it is not palindrome. If we able to write this reverse the number, extra we have to write the if statement. In that we have to compare the given number and reverse the number. If it's same, we have to print palindrome. Otherwise, it is not palindrome. Same like in the if else. Same like in the if else, we can write the nesting of loops also. Nested loops. Means inside the for loop, again we can write the for loop. Inside while loop, again we can write the while loop. Okay, these are called the nesting of for loops. I will explain one example with which is using the nesting of for loops. For I in range of 2, for j in range of 3. Print good morning. This is the nesting of loops. I'm writing the first for loop. Inside for loop, again I'm writing the second for loop. If both the for loops completed, until that this print statement will be executed. How many times it will be executed? First possible conditions of I values, first is a 0, next is the 1, because it possible condition is up to n. Here n value is 2, n minus 1, 0, 1. Here the possible value for the j is 0, 1, 2. Okay. When I value is 0, j value is 0. That time, one time good morning is printed. Again, j value is incremented to 1. Again, good morning is printed. J value is incremented to 2. Good morning is printed. For one time, I value is 0. J value is 3 times 0 to 2. It is incremented 3 times. Good morning is printed. Next, I value is 1. That time, j value becomes 0 to 0, 1, 2. It is incremented up to 3 times. Good morning is printed. Total 6 times good morning will be printed. Okay. Didn't understand. When I value equal to 0, then j value, first time j value is 0, and again I value is 0 and j value is 1 is incremented. When I value is equal to 0 and j value is equal to 2, this inner loop will be executed up to 0 to 2. 0, when I value becomes 2, it will be terminated. Then again outer loop will be executed. When I value is incremented to 1 and j value is first time 0, again I value is equal to 1. When j value is equal to 1, again I value is equal to 1, then j value is equal to 2. For each iteration, each iterative state I value 0, inner loop will be executed 3 times, because 0, 1, 2 up to 2 iterations the print statement will be executed. Inner loop will be executed 3 times. When I value is incremented to 1, again inner loop will be executed 3 times. So when I value becomes 2, we can outer loop will be repeated up to only 2 times, 0 and 1. That's why we are getting the good morning. If you want to check the I value, j values, here we can print the print I value is and j value is Okay, first time I value is 0, j value is 0. Good morning is printed. Next time I value is 0, j value is 1. Good morning is printed. Third time I value is 0, j value is 2. Good morning is printed. This is the first iteration. This is the one time I value is 0, j value is repeated 3 times. When I values become 1, again 3 times inner loop will be executed. When I values 1, 3 times again inner loop will be executed up to 0, 1, 2. Okay. Up to now, any doubts? Sorry. This is a list of programs you can solve with the help of while loop, for loop. In this, anything is you are not able to solve, please let me know. I will give the logic or I will give idea. If time permits, I will try the program also. Okay. No doubts.
No, sir.
Okay.
So 6th one.
Sixth one.
Attendance, sir.
6th one, sir. 5th, 6th.
Sixth one program you want explanation?
Yes, sir.
Prime number means suppose prime number 7. It can be only divisible by 7 and 1. We have to take the loop. Okay. We have to try to divide by the with every number 2 to up to suppose we have taken the number 13. We have to try to divide by the we have to take the I values 2 and up to we have to try to divide by the 2 in 2 to 12 we have to try to divide. If it's divisible by any number, that is not prime number. Suppose n is equal to int of input, we have taken number and while I less than n, we have to take the I value here. I is equal to 2. If n modulus of I equal to 0, print not a prime. I is equal to I plus 1. Here I am trying to divide by the 2 to here. Suppose I am taking the n value as 13. I am trying to dividing with 2 to up to 12. If anything is divided by the divisible by any number, that is not a prime. I am taking a loop. For each number, I am trying to dividing in number. If the condition is satisfying in any case, that is not a prime. This is the logic. In next class, I will try. If you try, if you're not able to get this program, I will explain in next class. Okay, respond attendance, please. D1,
Sir, present, sir.
D2, D2,
Present, sir.
D3, D3, D4,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
D5,
Present.
D6, D6, D7,
Sir, D2 present.
Present, sir.
D6.
Sir, D2 present.
Okay, D6,
Present,
D7.
sir.
D6, I'm asking.
Sir, D7 present,
D7, okay. D8,
Present,
Present.
sir.
D9,
Present, sir.
E0,
present, sir.
E1,
Present, sir.
E2,
Present, sir.
E3,
Present, sir.
E4,
Present, sir.
E5,
Present, sir.
E6,
Present, sir.
E7,
Present, sir.
E8,
Present, sir.
you are giving the attendance to others. Two voices coming. E7, E8,
Sir, E7 present.
E8, E9,
Present, sir.
F0,
Present, sir.
F1,
Yes, sir.
F2,
Present, sir.
F3, F3, F4,
Present, sir.
F5,
Present, sir.
F6,
Yes, sir.
F7,
Present, sir.
F8,
Present, sir.
F9,
Yes, sir.
G0,
Present, sir.
G1,
Present, sir.
G2, G2, G3,
Present, sir.
G4,
Present, sir.
G5, G5, G6,
Yes, sir.
G7, G7, G8,
Present, sir.
G9.
present, sir. Sir, G7
Present, sir.
Okay, G9,
Present, sir.
H0,
Yes, sir.
H1,
Present, sir.
H2,
Present, sir.
H3,
Present, sir.
H4,
Present, sir.
H5, H5, H6,
Present, sir.
H7,
Present, sir.
H8,
Present, sir.
H9, H9, J0,
Yes, sir.
J1,
Yes, sir.
J2,
Present, sir.
J3,
Yes, sir.
J4,
Present, sir.
J5, J5, J6,
Present, sir.
J7,
Present, sir.
J8,
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
J9,
Present, sir.
K0,
Yes, sir.
K0, K1,
Present,
K2,
sir.
K1,
Present, sir.